we've basically crossed over into the place where we're just outright slandering people that we disagree with ideologically. Maybe you disagree with Charlie Kirk, maybe you disagree with Erika Kirk, maybe you disagree with Turning Point, whatever. But at this point now, we've now crossed into the place where we're just lying on people now. We're just lying to make us feel good about the fact that we hate somebody. I mean, that's where we are at this point. There's no other way around it. People are just happy to lie on somebody because they dislike that person. There's no other reason around it. It's just gross. And so I'm going to encourage you all to pop open your Bibles and peep at uh, 2 Samuel chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All of that, 4 through 9. It's the story of King David dealing with his good friend Jonathan's grandson. Of course, you all know the story. King David became king over King Saul. King Saul tried to kill David. Saul's son, Jonathan, was David's best friend. And lo and behold, once King Saul and Jonathan were deceased and killed, King David, of course, became king, took over the throne and such like that. And he wanted to provide some kind of care, some kind of consideration toward the grandson or anybody related to Saul's household. And so it was the grandson. His name is Mephibosheth. And it's a long story. However, the upshot of that story is that we can never unhear a lie. Even if the lie is just as ridiculous as the day is long, we'll still have just a memory, just an atom of remembrance of that lie. And sometimes that's enough for it later on to grow into a tree and to maybe even a whole forest that takes over your whole life. And that story is there in the scriptures to tell us that we not only should we not share lies and unverified rumors, but we should do our very best to swat them down as quickly as possible. And when you go back and read that story about Mephibosheth and what happened with the servant Ziba, who basically swindled his way into taking Mephibosheth's inheritance from David, you realize that lies are pernicious. They're not just there's no victimless crimes related to lies. They hurt people. They hurt people in the natural sense. They hurt people in the spiritual sense, emotional, whatever. Lies are pretty bad. Hence why in the book of Romans, and I will pull this in if I had it ready, shout out to me. I did not have it ready. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, we're going to look at Romans chapter 1. And this, of course, I'm reading from the ESV. Shout out to the ESV. And I'm going to go down to, I really want to read verse 30, but I'm going to start at let's go with 26. For this reason, God gave them over to dishonorable passions. For the women exchanged natural relations with those that are contrary to nature, and the men likewise gave up natural relations with women and were consumed with passions for one another, men committing shameless acts with men and receiving themselves a due penalty for the error. And since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, God gave them over to a debased mind to do what ought not to be done. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit better. There we go. Covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful. And I just clicked myself out of there. Shout out to Jason. Boastful, inventor. This is the one that always stopped me in my tracks. It said they were inventors of evil. Like they were coming up with new ways to sin. Disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. This is not in any triage order of importance because I'm like, man, but that last one, like they're ruthless. They'll stop at nothing to destroy you. They'll stop at nothing to destroy somebody that they disagree with. They'll stop at nothing to wreak havoc in your life. Though they know God's righteous decree. And this is one that always, again, even when I wasn't a believer, it always made me think, oh my gosh, I know what I'm doing is wrong. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they look at this part right here. This part always was the gut punch for me. They not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. Not only am I a slander, a gossip, malicious, ruthless, a murderer, strife, any of that. Not only that, but I give approval to the people that do it as well. Maybe I'm not out there doing it. Maybe I'm hiding it, hiding my hands, but I give approval to the people that do it. That's some evil stuff, y'all. I'm gonna pull this video in. This is a quick. A lot of people have been talking about this today. It's gotten a lot of traction, a lot of motion, if you will, out here on this internet. And it's about the alleged audio file of Erika Kirk trying to recruit her classmates to work for Epstein. And it literally took this gentleman 60 seconds to see that this was an error.
This morning, there's a new narrative regarding Erika Kirk at 16 years old recruiting her classmates to do massages for Jeffrey Epstein. And I wouldn't be addressing this idiotic rumor and narrative if it wasn't for 10 million views on this post and people that I know actually buying into this. I'm going to quickly debunk this entire narrative in less than a minute. So this tweet by Project Constitution, which was retweeted by Ian Carroll, which is why it has 10 million views, said that there's a smoking gun. Leaked DOJ wiretap audio captures Erika Kirk scheduling underage girls for Epstein. And Ian watched this video and said, holy crap, this sounds just like Erika Kirk, so it must be Erika. This is the funniest part. If you're going to say that this is a leaked audio file, you probably shouldn't attach the official DOJ, official government website to that audio file. All it takes is just 1 minute to find out who's actually speaking on that audio file, and that name is Haley Robson.
Okay, so this is the woman that is talking in the audio file. I'm not going to play the audio file because I don't think that that's important. I just want you to see just how quickly it took. Again, this gentleman, he didn't do any deep dive. He literally just looked at the audio file that the dingbat actually tagged in the tweet or in the message that went viral. And you can see that the woman's name is Haley Robson, please forgive me, Robson. It's not Erika Kirk. So when this person says it's Erika Kirk, they're outright lying on their face because they knew this when they said it. There's no way Project Constitution didn't know this. There's no way, because he linked the video, linked the audio in his tweet. So he knew who it said. Finish up.
Haley was 16 years old, living in Florida at the time that Epstein contacted her and forced her to start to recruit her classmates in order to come over and do you know what. Haley has spoken about this numerous times, whether on Capitol Hill, on CNN, and obviously.
So the woman, let me back that up. So this woman has spoken about this. The woman that's on the audio file that Project Constitution and Ian Carroll disgracefully attributes to Erika Kirk, she's actually spoken about it and has owned up that this was her. So why are you attaching it to Erika Kirk? That's what I'm saying. Like these people, these people are evil, man.
Hill, on CNN. And obviously when your tweet goes viral, you have to clarify that this post is my personal opinion and my interpretation. And that doesn't matter because the original.
But see, that doesn't change anything though. I can't say this is my personal opinion and my interpretation that the audio file is Michael Jackson. Well, Jason, the file doesn't say Michael Jackson. It says that it's Haley Robson. So me saying that this is my interpretation is irrelevant. My interpretation can't go against the obvious fact that it's not Michael Jackson or that it's not Erika Kirk.
And that doesn't matter because the original narrative is already set. You have major conspiracy theorist Ian Carroll already propagating that narrative, and they're not going to stop. I know you think that this is stupid, but the reality is that millions of people are actually buying into something that has zero objective evidence for.
They not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. These people are evil, man. These people are evil. I mean, I can't imagine how evil you have to be to come up with some of this stuff that these people are coming up with. And just to make it up out of whole cloth, to make it up out of whole cloth. They are filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil. I'm going to say Project Constitution invented this evil. Disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Those, though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. This is just, I have no idea. Like, may I never know the wickedness that these people have in order to come up with this kind of stuff, man. May I never know this. May I never know this. Shout out to Artie over there on Artie Trolls on X, as well as on the YouTube streets. He did a great review of this as well, calling this out. And let me just make this a little bit bigger. Shout out to him. And there we go right there. And this is just the clip right here that goes along with that audio file, the now infamous audio file. During the course of the investigation, parental consent was granted to SG to assist with the investigation. At the discretion of the SG, I don't know who SG is, conducted controlled taped phone calls to Robson's cellular phone, and they gave the number. SG spoke with Robeson in an attempt to arrange another meeting with Epstein. SG asked Robeson what did she need to do to make more money. Robeson stated, the more you do, the more you get paid. Robeson subsequently called back SG and left a voicemail message for her, indicating that she had set up an appointment for SG to go to Epstein's house at 11 a.m. on the 5th of April, 2005. This message was recorded from SG's voicemail. There's nothing to do with Erika Kirk at all. Nothing whatsoever. So this guy right here, this voice file right here that they're playing and passing around, has nothing to do with this woman. It has nothing to do with Erika at all. And these people have just, out of whole cloth, out of the wickedness of their own hearts, are associating this poor woman. And again, that doesn't mean that you don't have to have beef with Erika, but have beef with Erika over things that are legitimate, that are real issues, not fabricated. Oh, I hate her because I made up something about her, which is crazy work. That's incredible. That's some crazy work, y'all. I have no idea. This is again, like, can you imagine, like, I mean, I guess the only thing that, I guess the saving grace is that Charlie Kirk isn't here to see it. He's not here to see how wicked and evil people could really be. Because it could easily turn somebody's heart negative. Like, man, God, these people hate me for no reason. I'm going to become bitter. I'm going to become angry. Like I can't imagine what, this is just gross, man. Again, it's deplorable on a level that I'm actually like taken aback at how evil people could be. Like, I didn't see people this evil toward their real ideological enemies all the time. They're forever saying, Christians are hateful. Christians don't love Muslims, or Christians don't love the unbeliever. You don't see us acting like this. This is some stuff that even you don't see. As Paul said, there's some activity going on that even the unbelievers don't do. I don't even see. You don't see us behaving like this. You don't see Christians behaving like this. And this is some crazy work. This is super gross. And I just want to, again, I'm highly encouraged, and I don't want to, the story is really long. It has a lot of little moving parts and details in it, but please go back and read 2 Samuel chapter 4-9 and the story of David and Mephibosheth. I really think you'll understand exactly why this story is so important to what we are doing now. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.